So let's talk about Alexis Mac Allister then, who has been struggling for Liverpool this season, and try and figure out what's going on with him. I think one of the main things that people have been saying is that he's been still struggling with an injury from last season. His pre-season was pretty broken up, to be honest, and it seems as though now he is still struggling for fitness and form. He obviously played a little bit for Argentina, but finally got a bit of a rest. Usually they do play him quite a lot at Argentina, so it was nice to actually see him come in and get a rest for once, because usually he's playing and just getting loads of minutes. I know Liverpool have played him quite a bit this season as well, but he just doesn't seem up to the usual standards that he is usually setting. And we've had quite a few issues with this across the team, really. I don't think it's solely down to Macallister that we've been underperforming, but he's definitely a part of the situation that has been going on. And I think that combination of Macallister and Wirtz that a lot of people were expecting, with Macallister playing balls through the lines to Wirtz, has been quite lacklustre in general. I think the Macallister was one, probably, if not, in my opinion, our best player last season overall. Played pretty much every game, was super consistent, basically ran most of the games for us pretty much single-handedly. Obviously, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, I think, the main three players for me that really made the team work in pretty much every single game. Salah obviously had an amazing season last season, but I think overall Macallister, for me, probably the most influential player in all aspects of the game last season. And he was really, really integral for that title charge and eventually winning the Premier League title for Liverpool. And I think this season it's been a bit of a struggle for him. Like I said, at the end of last season, he did pick up that little niggly injury, which I think he's still carrying according to reports. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him this season to come into a Liverpool team that's got a lot of changed faces. They've got 4 or 5 different new players in the team pretty much every game. And there's obviously going to be a bit of a transition period like we spoke about before. There's always going to be that transition when you bring in so many new players, even if they're all really good players, which they are. Obviously, Liverpool have got a fantastic squad now, but it's just about getting all those players settled into those positions and getting them settled in as quickly as possible. I've said in previous videos, I do think Liverpool are going to grow into the season as time goes on. Obviously, with all this transition, you would expect it would take a bit of time for some of the players to be adapting. Obviously, even though Kerkez and Isak have come from this league, there is an element of, in my opinion, they're still going to take some time to adapt to their teammates. Obviously, Salah and Isak don't look like they're really connecting too much at the minute, which has also been a source of frustration for people. But I think overall, there's been a lot of transition in the team, and obviously the situation with Jota as well has definitely put a stain on this season for me. Like I said in previous videos, I did think once the situation with Jota happened, I wrote this season off for Liverpool because I just thought it would be too much of a mental toll and too much of a distraction. And I think Liverpool have done fairly well, considering they have got away with quite a few games with late winners, obviously. But I do think that overall, Liverpool have performed pretty well in the wake of that. But you can obviously see in the team there is definitely times where they look a bit wayward, a bit distracted. Konate's been really poor this season, looks quite distracted. Salah looks very out of sorts as well, basically just looking very, very agitated in some games. There was a video of him in the international break where he just pushed someone over that was basically trying to stop him restarting play. So he definitely looks a bit out of sorts as well. But I think overall Macallister, definitely a big miss for Liverpool so far this season in terms of the Macallister of last season. But I think as he hopefully gets back to full fitness as the season goes on, and as Liverpool bed these new players in and develop, I think overall the team is going to be managing much better as time goes on. Right now for Macallister, he's gone away with Argentina, obviously. Had a little bit of an international break with them. I think he played 30 minutes the other day for Argentina. So he didn't play too much. He obviously got a bit of a rest as well. And I think a lot of the other Liverpool players have all done really well for their teams respectively as well. So far, the only person I know of that may have an injury is Gravenberch, who came off at half-time for the Netherlands and looked like he might have had a little bit of a hamstring problem. But apart from that, I think pretty much all of the other players have come out unscathed from the international break so far. And they've got a bunch of goals and assists. Gakpo actually looked really good in his Netherlands match yesterday. Was it yesterday? Against Finland, or the day before potentially. I think a lot of the players looked really good. Salah obviously scored some goals, which is nice to see. Ekitike got an assist and looked pretty good for France, starting for them for the first time. Kerkez looked really good. Szoboszlai playing on the left wing, by the way, and Kerkez playing left back. They look really, really good together as well. Szoboszlai's just amazing, isn't he? He can pretty much play anywhere and put in a good performance. Playing right back and then playing left wing is an interesting situation. But overall, a lot of the players looking like they are getting some good form and getting some goals and assists in the international break, which is going to be good going forward for Liverpool. Hopefully they can come back and bring some of that good new energy and get those goals under their belt for their country, and then come back and hopefully get some goals for Liverpool as well. Obviously, Slot seems like he's going to keep persevering with Gakpo, so hopefully he can unleash Kerkez a bit down that left-hand side, because I think he's been keeping Kerkez quite reserved, and I think Kerkez is much more of a buccaneering, swashbuckling left-back than people that he's being allowed to play for so far by Slot. Obviously, Gakpo had a really good overlapping left-back on that Finland game, and I think it really helped him finding space and dragging people out of position. But overall, I think all the Liverpool players looking like they're putting in some good shifts for their country. Hopefully they can come back, get bedded in for that Man United game, which is on Saturday, I believe. And we'll see how Macallister does. Hopefully he can start getting back to full fitness, because I don't think he's been fully fit since the end of last season, really. And he's been very stop-start with the amount of games he's been playing and the rhythm that we desperately need him for. I think that Szoboszlai, Macallister, Gravenberch midfield can't be defeated, really, when they're all on top form. So hopefully Macallister can get back at it soon. But overall, I think things have gone pretty well for Liverpool, considering everything that's happened throughout the start of the season. And hopefully they'll start to kick on and improve, because the performances have been a bit lacklustre and a bit disjointed, especially over the past few games. But I don't think you can blame them, really, with the amount of changes that have come into the team. Slot still looks like he's trying to find the good proper build-up patterns with all the new players and get them all feeling basically comfortable in their positions. There's been a lot of discomfort on the right back and left back positions, particularly lots of changeover. So hopefully we can start bedding some people in and just getting things a bit more cohesive. And hopefully Macallister can be a part of that as well. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please do drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Macallister. Is he going to return to fitness, or is he just going to continue to struggle with this little niggly injury that's been keeping him down for a while? And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.